Hi, thanks for being in a new video. This time I have the Moto G23 with me, and I'm going to tell you what I liked most and least about it in case you're considering buying it. So, as always, let me tell you, don't buy the Moto G23 without watching this video. Let's consider its launch price in Mexico, which is $5,999. On the screen you saw the reference price in dollars, although remember that the prices here are not the same as there. Also remember that I have available the full review in case you want to know it in depth in all its details. Let's start with the best. Motorola has a very wide distribution. This means that you can easily buy it in several stores. Although with this of the gray market blockades in Mexico, it is likely that many are angry with the brand. But anyway, you can buy it both in telephone companies, as in the Motorola online store, and even in some other distributors. In fact, also in the same gray market, you will surely find it at a much lower price, and remember that the blocks are already cancelled. But if you are going to buy it in the gray market, let me just tell you that you will not have the Motorola Mexico warranty, just so you are aware. It has stereo sound with Dolby Atmos. This is a very uncommon feature to see in a device of this price, so it can easily be one of its strongest points. It does give you immersive sound and a good quality experience. It also has a 10-band equalizer available without having headphones plugged in. This is worth noting because in this price range, virtually no device gives you stereo sound, let alone an equalizer for the speakers. So we have a very good versatility in sound. It even has aptX, which is an advanced wireless audio code. Although it does have a headphone jack, in case you want to use Bluetooth headphones, you can have headphones compatible with this codec to have higher resolution sound without the need for cables. The selfies at night are remarkable, always considering its price range, since generally in competitors of this same price, the selfies are not usually of high quality, but this one stands out in this night section. This device does have an ultra-wide camera. This should also be noted because in this same price range, many manufacturers in recent months sacrificed the ultra-wide camera by simply integrating useless cameras. But here we do find this lens that gives you a little more space, useful especially in the daytime. It can also take pictures in RAW. This is for the more advanced photographers who want light management specifically for them in a more professional application, and this device stands out that it has the option to capture photos in this format because in the price range, almost no one allows you to do this. Its 50-megapixel sensor is well used, unlike others that have other devices that also have sensors of 50, 48 or 64 megapixels, and you don't always notice them in the photos, but here taking a picture in that resolution, if you frame a little closer or crop, you will still notice good detail. It takes good backlit pictures, it takes good portrait pictures, and it has good stabilization. So both in photography and video, I think it does a good job comparing it obviously with rivals of the same price. Something I like is that it has dual recording mode with picture-in-picture. That is, you can record at the same time using the rear camera and the front camera to show both sides of the scene, and is a feature that very few teams get to have in this price range. In fact, many more expensive devices are not going to have this option either. That's why it gets to stand out, although it's not in a very high resolution, but for some social platforms I think it would be very good. It charges considerably fast. In 15 minutes I recovered a 31% in the test I did, then I think that again in this price range offers something good. And the remarkable thing here is that it still includes charger in the box. In that sense, yes, they have continued to care about users, unlike Samsung that does not include charger. It has all the sensors you might need, including a physical proximity sensor. This is also something worth noting because very few manufacturers in this price range retain a gyroscope and a physical proximity sensor in addition to the geomagnetic field sensor, which are small details that may not be so recognizable, but it is appreciated that the team brings all that. But now let's go with what I did not like. It does not have Gorilla Glass. If it falls, I think it gives us a little less security that it will survive. Unlike other devices in the same price range that integrate Gorilla Glass 3 or Gorilla Glass 5. The screen is only HD. I think this is easily one of its weakest points because most, if not all, competing devices in this price range integrate full HD screens. Perhaps if you are one of the users who usually read a lot from the cell phone, you will get to notice this more because having less resolution, the letters will be less defined. Then overall, it is a screen that in this aspect, if it is left to much, the zoom is not good, this to a 50 megapixel sensor. There are other manufacturers that with this type of sensors can better optimize their zoom to take advantage of all that level of detail, but this device is not part of that group. The video recording is basic, although we said that it has good stabilization. In reality, when you get to record more specific things or want to create content of a higher level, this device may be more limited. The software that integrates is very simple. That is, it does not bring many security options, does not bring many productivity options and other things. In fact, Motorola in Edge series devices have more options that you can take advantage of, but in this series and in this specific model does not come the latest software, and I doubt very much that it will receive an update to enable all this. It does not have smart charging or battery protection, so you need to be very careful with this device when charging. Do not leave it charging overnight, please, and do not leave it plugged in for long periods of time. If you want to buy it and you drive an Uber, for example, I would recommend more other devices that do have a charging protection system up to 85% so that the battery is not damaged in case you have it connected all the time to the current. It is only capable of wirelessly projecting your screen to a Chromecast. I think this is one of the main complaints I've seen from several Motorola users when trying to project their screen to their TV. If you want to do this action, you perforce must have a Chromecast or a TV with Chromecast built in. And finally, Motorola doesn't have much of an ecosystem. That is, Motorola does not have an advanced watch that interacts well with this device, nor does it have a tablet nor a computer. Even though Lenovo owns Motorola, in general, their products don't interact well with each other. So, if you want a multi-product experience where everything works well together, Motorola will not be able to deliver it. But if you already bought it, let me know in the comments your opinion. Remember that it is very likely that people who are interested in buying this device are reading your comments, so tell us all your experience, how you have done with it, if you feel it has performed well or not. If there's anything that I didn't mention in this video, it means that it's within what you would expect in a device of this price point. Not too good and not too bad. For the moment, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can tell us about it, and we'll see you next time.